suppose it does have similarities to printed circuit board, but what you can do with this stuff is it's got tracks running down one on the bottom of it, all running in the same direction. And what you can do is you can use a drill and you can break the tracks and make different connections. And it's quite neat. It solders up and you can fault find very easily on it and so on. Okay, so you're going to design me in Multisim and Altiboard a printed circuit diagram for your photopop. And you're going to include that in your report. So I want the PCB. We're not going to send it off to China to get it made. We're going to do that on the second iteration. But if you want your photopopper made, we will send it off when we send off the other boards later on. You just have to tell us that you want that done. But it's not part of the assessment. What I want to see is I want to see a photopopper on this, smaller the better. So I may well be more generous if I see somebody's built a board that's about that big that does the same thing as a board that's that big. I'll be more impressed if that was smaller. You've got to think about how you integrate your motors on there. You can just glue them on with a hot glue gun, or you can hold them on with a piece of glue tack or whatever. But have a look at some of the stuff online. Some people have been very clever in what they've done. But at the end of the day, all that's really happening is the same thing as is happening here. You've got a limited amount of DC power. It can only drive a certain amount of current. You charge up a capacitor, and then you have a circuit which discharges that power through a small electric motor, or motors, because it's normal to repeat the circuit twice and have two motors so that the solar block can move around the table. Okay? Some people are building more than one. I don't have a problem with that. What you're going to do in the report for me, you're going to tell me what circuit you've used, why you chose that circuit, how that circuit works, the design phase that you went through, which was you tried to simulate it. They're quite hard to simulate, by the way, these things, but you tried to simulate it. You made a PCB. The PCB has the following dimensions. You tried to make it as small as you could. You then built it on this stuff. You have to solder onto this. You built it on this stuff. You put it on the bench. You tested it, and then you tell me what the results were when you tested it. So what was the fire rate? What was the approximate distance to the lamp? How did it perform in lighting like this? How did it perform on a day when the sun is out, assuming we have a sunny day between now and the deadline of the 28th of February. So you've got the best part of 3 weeks to do this and produce the report. I'll give you guidelines on the report. What do I want on the report? I don't want any more than 8 pages, including all the diagrams. So I mean, one of those is your PCB before you start. So then it's 7 pages. 1 page is the title page, so it's 6 pages. You get the idea. I'm more interested in what you've done rather than you telling me about it. But I do want some discussion of the design phase. So I want you to tell me what a PCB is, why you would make one, how difficult it is, how fast you can do it, different types of technology, through-hole, surface mount, why you would want to use one technology as opposed to another technology. Reliability, tell me a little bit about breadboard, because you're probably going to prototype this on the breadboard. Well, you know, from your past experience, based on your amplifier, tell me how confident you are that it will work first time. So it's about your experiences through the design phase, okay? Now we'll pick up some threads on this as we go through, because no doubt there'll be small things come up as people start to design this. But does anyone have any questions about what's going to happen for a time and why? So 28th of February, you need to have a report in on phasing. Now I will come round and look at your photopoppers and see them working, but by you providing me a photograph in your report, I will know what you've done, because we're here on a daily basis and we know which ones are which. We remember. So just a picture prompting it will be fine.
You said it's the 8th of February.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's, I'll have that changed. It's just the old PDF. If you look on Phaedra, the deadline's 28th of February. There's one in there on the 1st of March, but that's because I didn't change it last year. Anyone have any questions about photo poppers? Okay, should be a bit of fun. That's why we chose a little robotic application. I know some people have decided to go down the microcontroller route. Depends how ambitious you are, but I would strongly recommend that you build something pretty basic first and get it going. Okay? Good. So by the end of this week, finish off your amplifiers.